Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. Just wanted to say, did you see that lovely intro to my video today? That was done by Andy. I think it's really lovely. So I just wanted to say a big thank you to Rach and Bella Crafts. They invited me to be part of this collaboration, which is the A to Z of Christmas crafts through the month of November. So I am letter S. Now I am going to be doing, I have got a little freebie here for you to work along with me, which is Sparkles and Spice, which is lovely. So I've got two tags for you. These fold in half. So we've got two tags, then I've got Sparkles and Spice, Season's Greetings and Snowflake. So I've literally taken the word S and made it into lots of lovely bits. So I want to incorporate spices, all the lovely Christmas, like the cloves and the cinnamon and all the lovely star anise and everything on there. And I've even got some little orange peel stars in there as well, which are dried, and I'm absolutely loving these because they are sort of like a little sort of smelly sachet in between a tag like that, and they are, wish you could smell them because they smell absolutely amazing. So if you like all your Christmas spicy smells, these are lovely. So these are so simple to make, and again I've given you the template so you can just craft along with me. Go and print that off. It will be on my Facebook group. The details are under the video, so you can just pop along with there. If you're part of my group, fantastic, you can just pop in there and I'll pop it onto the collaboration Sparkles and Spice. So that will be what it will be under. And if you're new to my channel and you're new to my Facebook page, pop along, links are below, click on everything down there, and it will just link you all the way to Facebook, and you can print that off as well. So there we go. So fantastic. I've also made some of these little smelly sachets as well, and I popped a little bulb pin on there. So what these would be nice if you've got a lovely gift, you can just hang that on there, or if you're sending something in the post, you can pop one of these in, and when they open it up it will smell all Christmassy and yummy. So I'm loving that. So these will be going off to my daughter in her package. As you know, I've been away as well for 3 weeks, so coming back to do this is just so exciting. So let's get started. I'm going to pop all these to the side like this. I have got, so I'm going to just show you this again. So let's just pop these here. So it's called Sparkles and Spice because obviously it's sort of like sugar and spice, but I thought we would have a little bit of sparkle, seeing it's a Christmas one. So these are really simple. All as you do is you just cut them out, which I've done here. Cut it out like that, and then you just fold that in half. Okay, really simple. And then we want to just cut this out. So I'm going to pop those bits to the side. All my lovely cloves. I've got one here which I've already done, just to show you what it looks like. So I'm going to get this one. I'm going to take my little knife, so whatever you've got to cut with, and I'm going to go from the corners. Now you can cut just all the way around like that, but I like to fold these in. It just gives like a neater edge. So I'm going from the corner to the middle like this. So just go from the corner to the middle like that, and on both sides. You want to fold it in half as well first. It makes it a little bit easier. Let's go like that. So that's our little bit of, so we just do a cross in there, and then just take the bit in the middle and just fold it under. Just line it up and then just score it there. Just run your nail across it. Bend it over. I think it just gives that a neater edge. A little bit more finished as well. Like that. We will come down here. So that's that side. And we have got this one. And this one. So we have some absolutely amazing crafters in this collaboration. We have some new ones and some old ones. So please do. I've got the link to all of their videos, all their YouTube channels under my video. So do, if you haven't so far, pop along and have a look, because we have got some fantastic videos and tutorials under there. So I'm just going to pop those up, and I'm going to just cut these little bits off, not all the way, but I find it's easier just to cut them off when you've actually bent them over. So just snip these off, and then we're just going to glue them down. So again, you don't have to do this, you can just actually cut the little square out, but I like to make it look a little bit tidier. So I'm going to get a little bit of tacky glue, which is in my bottle, run a little bit around each little flap like this. So these tags are fantastic for, you can pop them into a Christmas journal so it can smell yummy. You can pop them onto gifts, because on these ones I've actually got a little ball pin on there, so you can hang it on a gift as well. So they're quite versatile, you can use them for all sorts of things. I'll pop the lid on there, and I'm going to just turn these over and stick them down just like that. Where's my little scory tool? There we go. Just rub those down like that. Pop them in. Oh, it just smells so good. Just love that smell, especially the cinnamon and the cloves. So there we go. So when you push it together, you've got this lovely little hole in there, and they fit perfect. So that's what it looks like. Now for the netting bit here, I've got this, I think it's almost sort of like a tulle type of thing, fabric, but you can use cheesecloth, you can use all sorts of things, whatever you've got, as long as it doesn't, it's quite a sort of tight weave. Now this is why you want to use a little bit more of a bigger sort of, not too big, but I've got little sparkles in here as well, look. So don't use anything too small, powdery, because obviously it's going to come through. So what I did actually break up the cinnamon stick. I just broke it like this, and then just broke it up into little bits, so you've still got that smell, and you haven't got anything that's too large in your little pocket. So I'm going to take the piece of this, I'm going to sort of, can't really see it because it's quite shiny, just take a snippet off, knocking everything out of the way. We want to just pop it over there. I think I've got a little bit too much. Let's just pop that down. That's about right. So whatever you've got that you're going to use, cheesecloth, tulle, anything like that, you want to cut a little square, and we just pop it over like this on both sides. So what I'm going to use to stick that down is some fabric tack. So I'm going to pop a little bit of glue along here, just around the little square, like that, and this side here, around the edges. So make sure it's all covered like that. Then I was going to pop this over the top. Don't worry if you're sticking over the edge, because we can always trim that up like that. Now we want to stick those down nicely. Make sure it's stuck down like that. So there we go. So now you can see that they're covered. So we've got little netting in there, so the smelly spices don't fall out. So what I'm going to do now, so these are lovely. These little ones here are tiny little orange peel stars. Now while I was at my daughter's, because I've been in Spain for the last 3 weeks, which has been fantastic for the birth of my beautiful granddaughter, which I'm missing them all terribly, we did some little stars, because my daughter bakes cakes, and she has all sorts of lovely little things to make the, you know, patterns on the top of the cakes and cutting and all sorts of things. I was in heaven, rummaging through her box of all her bits and pieces. So what you want to do is just pop a little pile in there. Now I've used cinnamon and cloves and orange, but again you can use whatever smelly things you've got. You don't have to use these for Christmas. You could make the same sort of thing, but you could sort of like put lavender in there, which would be absolutely gorgeous, wouldn't it? So if you were doing a nice pretty journal, nice spring journal, you could put lavender in there, which would be lovely. So next step, you fill that one up with all your smellies, and then I'm going to glue, let's take this bit of glue off, I'm going to glue around this bit. Okay, I'm going to put the glue on this side, we need to glue it together, but make sure you go right around this edge like that. I am going to sew it as well. Whoops. So then we need to just take that over nice and gently and just push that down, and then we've enclosed that in there like that. Let's push this down so it's stuck down nicely. There we go, beautiful. Now I can see just a little bit sticking out there, which I'm just going to quickly just trim off there. So this is a good bit. If this is too big, you can just trim it off, not a problem. So there we go, we've got our lovely spicy bits and little bits of glitter. I've used, what have I done with them? Here, this is the shiny bits. These are, I don't know, obviously they're in the middle of, pop out of something, but they're bigger than glitter. You don't want to use glitter, because glitter I think would just make a big mess and it would come through the holes. So these are almost like sequins, or the middle of sequins. So you could probably use sequins as well. So this is just gold, and this is a lovely iridescent in there. So it does give you a lovely little shiny hue to it. Right, I'm going to just quickly pop off, and I'm going to sew around it. Now I'm going around the edge here, and then around the actual tag. Now again, you don't have to sew, but I do think it finishes it off lovely if you have a sewing machine and you can sew. So I'm going to be 2 minutes. Okay, so I have just sewn around the edge. I've gone around this bit just to hold that in so it's a little bit safer, but again you don't have to if you just glue it nicely, and around the outside, so you've got this lovely smelly tag. So what we're going to do, I'm going to decorate it now. Now these are the words that I have on the free printable for you. Now again, you don't have to use that, you can use it on anything. I've got sparkles, sparkles and spice, snowflake and season's greetings. So I'm going to pop sparkles and spice on the top there. I'm just going to pop a little bit of ink around here, around the edge, just like that. I'm going to get my glue, just a little bit of tacky glue, and stick that on, just like that, just up there. So that just says sparkles and spice, which is lovely. Now I'm going to pop a little hole in the top here so that we can pop a little bow through there. Now I've got some lovely blue ribbon. This is seam binding, so glue everywhere, just pop that through. Now when you're doing a bow on the top here, I found that if you tie a knot and then you tie the bow, it makes the bow go the wrong way, if you know what I mean. Let me just show you. Let me just cut this off here. So if you tie a knot, which is what you normally do, isn't it? And when I normally tie a knot and do a bow, it sort of goes off in a different direction. Let's going to prove me wrong here, like that. But what I did on the other ones, I didn't actually tie the knot. See, it just proved me wrong. There we go. But that looks perfect. I don't normally tie the knot, I just tie the bow. But there we go. Doesn't that look pretty? I think that looks lovely. Now I also have some of this lovely little blingy. I'm not quite sure. This is sort of like a plastic on here. I'm just going to pop a little bit along the bottom with a little bit of fabric tack along there. Put that onto here. And then we'll just chop it off like that. Perfect. Doesn't that look lovely? Now I'm going to get a ball pin. Now obviously all of these things are optional, you just do it however you like. And then I'm just going to pop the ball pin through that little loop like that, and then you can just attach that to a present, pop in a bag or however you like. But I just think they are so simple and so lovely. I think I might even hang some on my tree. I think they would look really nice because my tree is silver. So I think that looks lovely. So I wanted to show you quickly how I made these little pouches. Now these are really simple. I got the same fabric, which is this, which you can buy on a roll. I use this one because it's sort of got a lovely shimmer to it. Now I took a piece and I folded it in half like that, just folded it in half, and then I got the sewing machine and just sewed it around the outside, just like a little U shape like that. And then what I've got, I've just cut the corners off, and I'm going to just turn that inside out like this, just so it looks nice and neat on the outside. Let me just pop that in. So these are lovely little spice sachets, if I can say it. Now I'm going to take some of our lovely smellies here, pop them inside like that. So look at that, so we've got nice shiny bits in there, and then we're just going to tie it up. I'm going to get a little bit, I think I'm going to have a little bit of white seam binding on this one. Take that down, tie a little bow in there like this. What's a bit lopsided, aren't we? That's better. Tie a little bow, and then we have a fabulous little smelly sachet like that. Let's cut these little bits off. Perfect, look at that, isn't that gorgeous? A little bit too long, we don't need it that long. That just goes up like that, and then we'll get another little ball pin, hook this onto the back, and then that will just hang off a little gift like that. Or you don't have to put the ball pin, you can just pop them into a little bag, little gift box. If you've got candles, if you're giving anyone candles for Christmas, you could pop this in there as well. I think they would look like lovely with any gift. So there we go, guys, that is my letter S. I probably didn't even say it was letter S, did I? I think I forgot. So anyway, I was letter S, a bit late, but never mind. So we are Sparkles and Spice, which is like this. So I have got some lovely little Sparkles and Spice gift tags and some lovely little sachets. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Big thank you to Rach and Bella Crafts for the opportunity to be in your collaboration, and all the wonderful YouTubers that are in there, and I've been loving watching all the videos. So please do go down, have a look under my video, and go through all the videos and have a good look. Alright guys, thank you so much. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.